Welcome to Madden NFL 26. Before you take your first snaps, stop by the accessibility settings. Tweak the game so it's the perfect experience for you, and hit continue when you're all set.
You have 28 touch. Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off.
Let's tailor your game to you with a few options. You can come back and change them in the settings menu anytime.
takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something's taken from me, from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain, in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheat for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free, is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheat for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Boom, da, dum, dum, da, ima, da, 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 boom, da, go! You say too late to start, got your heart in hand. I don't believe any of it. You say too late to start, ain't no heart in hand. You know you're better than that. Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you're better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise that I will.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. And now, your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
Purdy now to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give that sack to Kobe Dean. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly. That too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Purdy is set up to throw it here. Pressure comes and down he goes. Nakobe Dean. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Purdy looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That wind up getting 10 back there as they leave him with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The tight end in motion right. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Drop for a loss thanks to the effort there of Byron Young.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Shotgun now with Purdy. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. loss. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8. They go play action with Hurts. And he fires one incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 34-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down the mound before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's good for another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Barkley trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now a timeout taken.
It's a gain of a yard.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and goal from the 1.
Great. 180, 180.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And goal.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott, thank you, my friend. Well, these two offensive coordinators, they've likely been busy during the break. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 3rd and 10. Purdy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he didn't quite have the bag spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the 49ers first down.
Purdy off the play fake. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
That would give right side McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Purdy. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
For San Francisco.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with Saquon Barkley. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw here. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody... And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
By C.J. West.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Fair catch. Signal for
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the 4th quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 14. And a 49er first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings from 13 yards out. And the Niners have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Oh, good move. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35.
And an Eagles.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Back at the 32.
Hurts. And that's complete to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got them down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Set up for the two-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit. They believe it. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Purdy and the Niners down 8-7, 44 seconds to go. Here's Purdy to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Purdy to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Throwing, Purdy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He's still barreling through. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, Dave? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They offer and latch it, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all. But we don't quit. You keep on rock shot, cause this is it.
I'm just a wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run now.
First time I done got wild in a long time. We didn't have a good time, not a long time. Prime time, feeling like Dion in the limelight. Showdown, trying to blow it down, get my mind right. Oh, hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud. So get loud. So get loud. I take the first, you keep them coming. We know a lot about turning nothing to something. We doing big things, ain't never bluffing. Top of the world, ain't no doubt in mine, it's about time. Whoa. Hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud. Yeah, yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so rugged. So raw. It's so raw. It's so raw. It's so rugged. So raw. It's so raw. One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. A Little Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Drip for sale, like 5 below. Yeah, in the club now like I'm Diddy. Counting these notes like a MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB is the future. Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Brake truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash, past the moat train. Soft stuff,